All right, let's do this thing. What's up, everyone? My name's AJ Writes Crypto. It's Monday, October 14th. Oh, I got to fix my, there we go. Sweetness. Glad to be here. Thanks for joining me. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Got a lot to get into today. There's a lot of news today. The market's flipping bullish. There's a lot going on personally in my life. Today's one of those days I could probably talk for 6 hours. I'm going to do my best to keep it to 60 minutes. So shout out to everybody in the chat. Crypto Carter, Juan Hernandez, Crypto Buffalo, SWFL, Crypto Fortunate, Crypto Brent, Oleg Slug, Hurricane Shane. My guy, Hurricane Shane. What's up, dude? I like that name. That's tight. Good to see each and every one of you. Crypto Buffalo says, congrats on the new truck. All right, let's just get it out of the way. Let's just go ahead and get this part out of the way. All right, let's do it. Let me click buttons here. Okay, there it is. There it is. That's my baby. We haven't named it yet. We're gonna give it a name. If you have any suggestions for a name, let me know in the chat. Would be really looking forward to having a name here. But we are out here. We are shining. We got that 24 Cybertruck, the Cyber Beast. It is the beast because the first thing you do when you do your Twitter post with your Cybertruck, the first question people ask, is it the beast? Did you get the beast? Oh, it's not the beast. It's not. No. I spent an extra $40,000 just to get the beast. So people don't say that, because I went through some posts on new Cybertrucks, and people are mad at you if you don't get the beast. So just for the haters, guys, just for you, bought the beast. Very excited about it. Jada and I, we're very happy. 2024. She's new. Been learning about it. It's a lot to learn. There's a lot there. It's a lot. It's there's a lot to it. And I'm still like trying to figure things out. I still got things like moving around. I haven't charged it yet. I'm still getting the app figured out on my phone. There's a lot to learn, but it's awesome. It's certainly a reflection of, this past year of work that I've done. The YouTube channel, we have our 1 year anniversary of AJ Writes Crypto in 11 days. On October 25th will be the day I released Crypto Chronicles Part 1. And there will be a Crypto Chronicles Part 2, I promise. And hey, I put my head down for a year. I learned a lot. I wish I could go back and know with what I know now. But that's the point, and I certainly, could have done better. I could have put more videos out. I could have done this. I could have done that. But all in all, I'm on the path that I'm on, and I'm moving at my own pace on my own terms. And that's what matters to me. And I'm honestly, I don't care if I'm the biggest crypto YouTuber or the smallest crypto YouTuber in the world. The most important thing to me is to help as many people as I can. That's always been my goal. I was just on Jay Change's Twitter space. They have a really good Twitter space in the morning. You guys should check it out. And I was just, Jada and I were just joking around. And this is what I said on the space is that, 6 years ago, Jada met me when I worked at a juice bar on Orcas Island, Washington. Okay. I lived on an island in Washington and worked at like a restaurant, and I could make a mean smoothie. All right. And guys, that wasn't that long ago. I spent a lot of my 20s making mistakes. I messed up so much. I would get things really good and just sabotage just because I couldn't deal with it being that good, and I made a lot of mistakes, man. I'm not proud of that, I'm not, but I'm human, man. I'm human, and I've worked through it by focusing on a singular topic. Crypto saved my life, guys. This industry saved my life. I'm not kidding. I'm not exaggerating. For real. All right. And it's crazy to me that within 1 year of doing this channel, within 1 year, I've been AJ Writes Crypto for 2.5 years now, but the channel has been around for 1 year, and the channel was what really, got us to the next point, that got us to the next level. And man, it's crazy. It's literally insane, and it doesn't feel real sometimes, but it is a direct result of, if you're out there and you're struggling and you're in a transitional phase of your life, I suggest to eliminate all distractions, read as much as you can. I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's comic books. Read a lot, because reading rewires your brain for trading. You got to be patient. You got to be disciplined. You have to be good with delayed gratification. You have to, have mental fortitude. You have to focus. All of those things come from reading, and all of those things are required to be a good trader in crypto. You know what I mean? So you have to rewire your habits. And that is seriously what I was forced to do. When I was struggling, when I was going through my early phases, my mistakes and everything, the only way to get out of it is to face what you've avoided the whole time. And you gotta dance with the devil sometimes. You feel me? And sometimes you make it out alive, and just sometimes you find success and can be in a position to not just reap your own benefits, but to give that back and to give that to your community that I'm growing. And I want to help as many people as I can. That's what matters to me. So amazing. Lee F, all he cares about is, can it haul a dirt bike? Yes, it can haul a dirt bike. With the KTM 450, which is what I ride, I won't be able to shut the trunk, but if I leave the trunk down, the bike will fit in there. I got to get. I'm probably just going to go buy a new dirt bike, probably like in a week or two. I don't know, probably. So I'll go with a nice move from yesterday. Very nice. I do have a handful of charts I want to get to today. I want to get through some news, stuff like that. Shout out to all the love in the chat. You guys are absolutely awesome. But yeah, super. Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of go over the past weekend really quick. We had a really, really great time at Karate Combat. Actually, even before Karate Combat, big shout out to, kind of just roll through the Twitter feed really fast, just guys an update on my weekend. So shout out to my guy Toki Busa right here. We did like a little video together. I was going to do a fairly large giveaway if he got the knockout at Karate Combat. He actually lost this fight, unfortunately, but he's a hell of a guy, and I will do a non-conditional giveaway since that one didn't come out. Probably in the next week or two. Met David Swartz, the CTO of Ripple. He, can't really. I'm not going to say. I don't think. I'll just say that I kind of came up to say hello to him as he was talking to other people. And I heard him say something that I don't know if I was really supposed to hear it or not. But all I will say is that his confidence about the coming year certainly reignited my enthusiasm for Ripple and XRP. That I will say. I will say that. And I'm still bullish on XRP, and I'm even more bullish on David Swartz. Hell of a guy. It was really cool. He's super nice, really funny, quirky. He was actually he looked at, when we first started talking, he was like, oh yeah, he looked at me and he looked at my shirt and he looked back at me and he said, what the hell's a Burberry? What the hell is not Burberry? What he didn't say what is Burberry? He said, what's a Burberry? It was very funny, very quirky dude. Much respect to David Schwartz. I did have a hand in helping Karate and Hedera released the new news about the Karate Combat Layer 2 blockchain called UP. Really big win for Hedera and Karate Combat. If you did not catch that video, it is the newest one on the channel from 3 days ago right here, Insane Crypto Alpha. And guys, this title is not clickbait. This is the real deal. That there is real alpha in that video. I was the first person to release it. I had to sign NDAs and everything. And just really glad to be a part of Karate Combat. Really glad to be, an H Barbarian. And man, I'm really excited because Q1 of 2025 UP will be a thing. It's going to be a big win for everybody. There's the thumbnail, stuff like that. Have lunch with Choose Rich. Big shout out to my guy. Dude, so funny. What a top shelf human. Both of these guys, really great people. Really, cool to have lunch with them. Like they, me and Nick got to talking, and he was like, "Hey, come hang out. Let's get lunch." And I was like, "For sure, man." So, man, I will give it to him is that it's so funny how kind of like people are wired differently with content. Because for me, I came into crypto content thinking if I can tell someone to buy at 7 and tell them to sell at 10, if I can tell people to buy at 3 and sell at 8, whatever, like technical analysis, charting, trading, leverage, that stuff. I thought to myself, if I could get really good at that, I could get respect in crypto. I could find my way, to get into content eventually. Obviously I did it the hard way. I learned how to trade first, and then I backwards learned about all the coins because I was trading them. I kind of got into trading first, and then I learned about the coins and the ecosystems and the projects, everything else. And then around then is when I got my job with Ben. And then I got my job with Ben full time. And that was really my big intro to content as a whole. I wanted to do my own channel way before I actually did my own channel. But it was actually probably a good thing that I sat in the chamber of the gun, because, basically people figured out who I was peripherally from, that channel. And I also, learned how to do this thing. So what I'm saying here is that when I meet, Choose Rich, right? It's so funny because I'm all about trying to be technical. When he is like, is having like writing sessions with comedians and like, really focusing on just being funny and doing bits and it's investor central. It's not like not about crypto. It's not about NFTs, but it's funny. You know what I mean? He's entertaining is what he's doing. He's entertaining. And I think it's so wild that like, I certainly want to, as much as I will always be an educational voice in the space, I will always be to educate and inform and to help people make good decisions and help people learn how to trade. I do give him a lot of respect. For how hilarious his stuff is. And I do want to be, I want to entertain. I'm funny. I promise. I'm silly as hell. And I would really like to, kind of learn from him. And we are going to do some content together. Shout out to my guy, Only LARPing. I was commentating at IFC, which was really cool. Shout out to George and Josh and all the boys at Influencer Fight Club and Dreamer. Shout out to them. Big shout out to D Gods, Jakey Soul, shout out to them and that whole squad. Really bunch of good group of people there. And Jake, I'll give it to Jake right here with the red hair to the left of the guy with the red hat. If you don't know who he is, give him a follow on Twitter. He had a really, really awesome Twitter, and he's really making some serious progress, and he's a hell of a guy. Give him a follow, Jakey Soul. We're hanging out with Mickey Mays. If you don't know who Mickey Mays is, talk about a guy with a story, with a backstory. This guy has an insane story. And, it's funny. He grew up racing motocross. He's my age. And he grew up racing motocross in New Jersey. He was good friends with Frankie Lettieri, with Garrett Toth, Lowell Spangler. And what's funny? It's funny about that is that I was friends with Frankie Lettieri and Garrett Toth and Lowell Spangler. And I don't remember meeting Mickey, but we certainly raced at the same time, which is like so many people on the track. You know what I mean? You can't meet everybody at the track, but we do have similar backgrounds. And he's, has made a lot of money trading, made a lot of money, gambling. He's not really into crypto, but he's a cool dude. Shout out to Rampage Jackson, who tried to steal my vest. That story is in its own video. And shout out to Boss Rutan, former UFC heavyweight champion of the world. Shout out to all of them. Here's the video of Rampage trying to steal my jacket. It's a very funny story. Not going to get into that whole story. There's the Cybertruck, and there's BitBoy's take on Algorand and stuff like that. Shout out to Amy, appreciate the love. Mike Vollmer, Alex O Crypto, I really do appreciate that. Those kind words, thank you. Blockhead at AJ Writes Crypto, are you professionally involved with BitBoy at this time? Well, I mean, that's a tough question because Ben and I are really good friends, and I have not been on the payroll for 7 months or something now, but we are all in the same office. We coexist. I own 100% of AJ Wright's Crypto. None of my money goes there, and he owns BitBoy Crypto, and none of his money comes here. We have our own businesses. We make our own money, but we are in the same office. So I don't know if, I don't know if that counts as professionally or not, but he's a good friend of mine, and I would rather be here and make content with him and J-Chains than do content all by myself. It's actually a really big help to be in a space where you're working with other people that are also doing content, because you can always bounce ideas off each other. You can make content together. You can have conversations. You can learn. You can grow. I suggest always surrounding yourself with people that are doing the same thing. All right, so let's look little long there overview of the weekend, but hey, there's a lot going on. I want to fill you guys in on what I'm doing, and there's a lot of really cool stuff going around. And honestly, shout out to Karate Combat, shout out to Hedera, H-Bar Foundation, all the things, man. Bunch of great people. Karate Combat is a win for crypto. I literally saw someone comment on one of my tweets like, why you care so much about fighting? Like, don't lose focus on the vision. Don't forget what you're doing. Yeah, and I'm like, don't you realize that Karate Combat is the first combat sports entity to be fully integrated with crypto? That only up gaming is probably one of the best ideas for gamified sort of crypto betting, where you can't lose and you only win. If you say there's fighter A, fighter B, you pick the wrong fighter in the fight, you don't lose what you bet. You can only win. Okay. It's like the best model ever. And at every Karate Combat event, there's a big H Hedera in the center of the pit. And over the summer into now, Joe Rogan, Robert Kennedy, Shane Gillis, Tony Hinchcliffe, Hawk Tua, Mickey Mays, Rampage Jackson, Alex Piera, all of those people were at the last 3 Karate Combat fights I attended. That is a win for crypto. Dana White literally did a tweet that involved Karate Combat. And anytime anyone sees Karate Combat, that is a win for crypto. Like, could not be more bullish on that entire thing. Combat sports and crypto go together like a glove to the gut, like I said in the video. I mean, look at VeChain and their integration with the UFC. That is massive. People completely sleep on the relevance of that partnership. Just like I think people miss the point that every time someone goes to a Karate Combat fight that does not know crypto, that is a win. We are bringing people in. Come on down. Come watch the fights. We'll learn about some digital assets. Pretty awesome stuff. All right. Going to go over the markets pretty quick. Got a handful of stories, and I got some big charts I want you guys to see. Guys, before we get into this, let me get a quick overview here. We got about 120 some people on YouTube, 359 people on Twitter. Thank you each and every one of you for being here. Make sure you smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below, hang out in the chat. Really appreciate it. Make sure you become a member of the channel. If you're here watching on YouTube, every Friday we do the members only live streams. Was not able to do it last week because of traveling in the truck and everything. Or maybe I could do one tomorrow and do one Friday. That might work. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But I insane busy. But make sure you become a member of the channel. It's a way you could support the channel. I really appreciate it. All right, so bang, bang, bang. All right, Bitcoin 65.4. Hello, flipping bullish. Love to see it. Ethereum still chilling around 2,500. Solana 154. Remember when I said anytime you see Solana in the 130 anything, it's a buy. Anytime Solana is 135, 138, 139, that's a buy. XRP kind of cruising sideways. Dogecoin's 11 cents. Cardano kind of chilling. Chainlink 11. SWI top 20, 224. That happened fast. I bought a lot of SWI. A lot of SWI at like 65 cents. And now it's $2.24. Oh my God. Damn, crazy. I think it's going to keep going. I think it's going to keep going. I am going to have the SWE price prediction this week. I pinky promise. It was supposed to happen last week. I filmed the video and the file wasn't having it. There were a lot of audio issues. It was glitching. I don't know if it was the Wi-Fi. I don't know what, but sometimes there's trial and error. Things happen. And I'm not mad about it. And I appreciate your patience. Near chilling under $5. Love this. Let's just get to the gainers and the losers. That's what we all really want to see anyway. Let's get a fresh refresh here. All right. Athena up 23%. The leader, WorldCoin, MogCoin, interesting. MOG in the top 100, up 19%. Brett, guys, we talked about Brett in the video last week. I don't know if you remember this video right here. Make money today. This crypto chart is about to explode. All right. It was actually a couple of crypto charts. We talked about 4 charts in that video. It's a segment I like called 4 charts in 4 minutes. And the thing is with that video, it's never actually 4 minutes, like ever. But it just sounds good when you say 4 charts in 4 minutes. And I say that so I keep it quick because I want it to be a short, digestible video, palatable video that you guys can eat up, because I'll watch the charts, look and follow charts for 2-3 hours a day. And then I'm like, all right, I could just make a really quick video because I know you guys don't have time to look at, if you don't have time to look at charts for 2, 3, 4 hours a day, I will condense my past couple hours and give it to you in a video that's 4 to 10 minutes. All right. Even, I'll try to keep it less than 7 really, but that's 4 charts, 4 minutes. And we talked about Brett in that video, and look what happened. Up 13.3%. And you could have caught an alarm that I gave you in that video that would have equaled gains for you. Pepe waking up, Floki, Lido Dow, Beam the Graph 17. It's still only up 10%. The graph has a long way to go, guys. Maybe we'll take a quick look at the graph a little later. But guys, we got a lot of big winners. All coins winning today. A lot of coins up, 7, 8, 10%. And we will certainly get into the charts a little bit later in the show. All right, let me shout out to Mike Vollmer. He gets it. He gets it. Everyday Algonaut says, everybody smash the like button to support AJ's show. I'd appreciate that. Thank you, Everyday Algonaut. I met you in Barcelona. Thanks for being here, man. I appreciate it. And make sure you smash the like button. I really appreciate that too. Overnight Express says, how's your call on Aptos, AJ? I don't mind looking at the Aptos chart on the show. Maybe when I get to the charts, I'm definitely going to look at the graph, going to look at Aptos, going to look at a couple other charts. Maybe I'll do some call outs. But in terms of a price prediction, I would have to sit down and really take in all the information and make a call. I don't have a problem doing that. I know people like Aptos. I don't have a problem doing that at all. Imagine if Brett gets listed on Coinbase. I think it's probably going to, for sure. All right. Got a handful of news stories, guys. I love seeing stories like this. Dubai, Switzerland, South Korea lead global crypto boom. Guys, anytime you see stories that are not about America, about other countries leading a crypto boom or buying crypto or favorable regulation, which is, a lot about this. Dubai, Switzerland, and South Korea are the top global crypto hubs in 2024 due to their strong regulatory framework and high levels of crypto adoption. These countries are becoming key players in attracting crypto businesses and setting trends for the future of digital assets. Other nations like Singapore, the US, and Portugal are also making progress in this field. That, Dubai right here leads the ranking with a score of 79 out of 100, thanks to its progressive regulations and support ventures. And guys, the fact that crypto is global is why America cannot suppress it. They can try, but they can't make it illegal. They can't unplug it. It's global. Crypto would survive without America. Obviously, it would be better with America. But I think we're going to see that. We're going to see that play out, especially if Trump gets elected. Thank God. I hope that he's been making progress in the polls. Kamala looked really stupid on 60 Minutes. Not going to go too far into that, but it's global. Don't forget that. Make sure you zoom out and realize this isn't just happening here. This is happening everywhere. And that really makes me feel safe at night when, you're chilling with way too much money in a crypto portfolio. Not speaking of the election, U.S. election stirring crypto inflows? Question mark. 407 million pours into digital assets. Bitcoin takes the lead. And guys, here is the thing. And that is basically the story. The inflows are largely attributed to potential political shifts, with investors anticipating more favorable regulatory environments for cryptocurrencies. All right. I'll tell you a story. I'm not going to say names, though. I'm not going to say names. I've had two conversations in the past week with personal friends of mine. One of them you probably know, who has a lot of money, and one of them you don't know, who's a billionaire with a B, billionaire. I talked to both of these characters in the past week, and both of them told me now is not the time to sit on the sides. It's not Sunny Lou, and I won't give you any more guesses, but I promise you it's not Sunny. I have talked to Sunny, though. Shout out to Sunny. He's my homie. They both are in this camp, and the camp is we are not on the sidelines. We are not waiting for the election. We think Trump is going to win the election. And because of that, we are front running the election. All right. Why? Like, if there was ever a time, like, I feel like some people want to play it safe, and I get that. But if you're stuck playing it safe and you're not just putting it all on the table and taking risk, you have to take risk. You have to put it all on the line if you want to make real money. All right. And they're both basically saying, you know what? I'm going to front run the election counting on a Trump victory. And when that happens, November comes around. By the time we get to October next year, it's not about getting in for the election and selling the rip. It's about getting in through the election and letting the 4-year cycle play its course. Because this time next year will be a year and a half since the Bitcoin halving, which happened earlier this year. They're sticking to the 4-year cycle, and they're front running the election. Their bags are packed now. My bags are packed now. Okay. I am building a new portfolio on the channel. I kept putting it off as things were dumping. I think probably now isn't a bad time to start unloading. I'm going to build a public portfolio. At first, I was only going to do 100 grand. Now I'm thinking about doing like 500 grand that I'm going to build publicly. And it's going to happen fast. It's not going to be this 10K at a time BS. It's going to be big buys, and I'm going to do them publicly. And you're going to watch me in the video click buy on PHEMEX. I'm not kidding. And I have had a little bit, an extra big giant stack of money on the side that I should have already put into the market. And I have trying to be patient with it. I should have done it over the weekend, but I think being about 8% behind on my target buys for a lot of coins, I'm not that worried, especially because the goal is to hold it for a year, right? So if I could hold it for a year, I'd still have good breaks on taxes and stuff. So I'm going to try to get moving on that. Desert Crypto, $5 super chat. I do appreciate the $5. Desert, shout out to you. GMAJ, what do you think about World Liberty Financial? Public sale is tomorrow. They had a space this morning with Donald Jr. Yeah, I mean, I saw the Altcoin Daily video about it. If you want to learn about World Liberty Financial, go to Altcoin Daily's YouTube. It's probably the 2 videos ago now. I still watch every Altcoin Daily video, man. They do such a good job. Shout out to Aaron and Austin, man. Really good friends of mine. And yeah, I mean, I'm not going to do like the public sale. Like, I've never been one for like public sale stuff because, like, you don't know what's going to be the next Solana. Like, you don't. And everyone before a public sale, everyone who's involved in it has like just had all the Kool-Aid. They're lips are purple because they chugged the Kool-Aid of that project. And I am more of a wait for a coin to get somewhat established, wait for a coin to get volume to day trade, and then get in. I know for some people, if you want to become the next Shibtoshi, the next, get Shiba the day it launched stuff, like if you have a hunch, if you have an in, if you have an inside track on the coin, all right. But in terms of pre-sale stuff, man, not really my thing. I've made plenty of money without having to play that game. All right. And in terms of World Liberty Financial, hey, you never know. It might pop off. It might pop off. It certainly has the right peripherals. It has the right connections. It has a lot of backings, funded really well. Man, it's probably going to be a good project, but I'm not doing no public sale. I'll tell you that. No way. But hey, time will tell. Time will tell. Let's give it a month and see how it progresses. Next story here. Boom. Cardano to step up Ethereum rivalry with layer 2 solution. Rivalry. Why can't I say that word? Rivalry. Rivals. I can say rivals, but rivalry. I start speaking a little gibberish in there somewhere. Cardano wants to catch up with the Ethereum ecosystem regarding its layer 2 scaling solution. While this is not primarily the goal or the technological focus, some of its associated applications are making the pivot. According to a recent update from Sunday Labs, the developer of Sunday Swap, it has made an impressive advancements around its layer 2 protocol. Sunday Swap noted it has finished the initial draft specification for its L2 protocol gummy worm. Gummy worm. Like at the movie theaters with the sugar on top. Gummy worm. That's what it's called. Hell yeah. Great name. The startup design. Gummy worm. All right, Charles. The startup designed the protocol to provide fast and instant transaction finality to Cardano DeFi. Those gummy worms give you that fast and instant pickup of sugar, just like the fast and instant transaction finality to Cardano DeFi. And hey, this is the logical next step. If Sunday Labs succeeds with Gummy Worm, Cardano might be on path to compete with Ethereum in the long term. The natural scaling solution for Cardano is Hydra Head, a highly unique and different technical implementation for ADA, which differs from the Ethereum virtual machine that most L2s operate with. The layer 2 protocols might soon be the main battleground for the layer 1 outfits in the long term. And I think that does make sense. Hey, shout out to Gummy Worm. I think this is something, it's not nothing that's like a direct impact, but layer 2s, man, like it matters. It definitely matters to have layer 2s that prevent the bottlenecking. They kind of open up the main blockchain. There's a lot of positives to that. And I also think like the larger an ecosystem is, even if a lot of I'd rather have a project that has a massive ecosystem, even if all the projects don't work out. It's just good to see them trying to build to fill every gap, if that makes sense, right? And I gotta tell you, I completely disagree with BitBoy when he talks against Cardano. We had a whole show where we argued every day. It was called Crypto Crossfire, and we might bring it back, not every day, but like once a month, maybe. Okay. And if we have an episode of Crossfire, it will be about Cardano. And do I think Cardano is going to be the number 1 performing coin inside the top 100? Hell no. But do I think it's going to be a right down the middle pick that does exactly what everyone thinks it's going to do? Yeah, for sure. I get what he's saying. I don't think BitBoy actually hates Cardano. I don't think so. I think him going against Cardano publicly, blatantly like that is more about trying to get people to focus on this bull run's coins. If we're still stuck back in Cardano world, we're not talking about Sui. We're not talking about BitTensor. We're not talking about Ondo. All right. I think that's what it's more about. All right, maybe I'm wrong, but that's what it feels like to me. And I am kind of torn publicly, honestly, between this cycle projects and projects that had a lot of success last cycle. Because the new cycle projects, They seem fresh. They're sexy. They're new. They got, but they haven't made the mistakes. They haven't learned the lessons. They haven't gone through 3 CMOs. They haven't had the shift happen yet. They haven't had the people on their team. They don't know the new projects. They don't know who is on the team because they care or who's on the team because of money. And for the last cycle's projects, all the people that were there for money are already gone, sitting on a beach. All right. And man, I think I have sexy new coins in my projects in my portfolio too, but there are also a handful of coins from last cycle that I am not giving up on. Absolutely not. Because I know what they spent for marketing. I know what they're doing for long-term development. I've had these conversations. They're on this channel. Scroll up. They're there. I've had massive conversations. You know the projects. We're talking Hedera. We're talking VeChain. We're talking Algorand. We're talking Cardano. I am not sleeping on those projects, even if SWE outperforms them. As of right now, SWE already outperformed them. And I'm glad I bought it at 60 cents. Thank God. I'd been pissed if I missed SWE. No, man, I would have been so mad. But, but guys, it's not over. Because Grayscale is eyeing 35 altcoins for future investments. Guys, stay with me. Look me in the eyes here. Look me in the eyes. 35 altcoins. 35. Let's go. That's good. This is good. Love to see this. Grayscale is reviewing 35 altcoins for possible future investment protocols, dividing them into 5 categories. The updated list includes new additions like Optimism, SWE, and Helium, currently managing over $20 billion in digital assets. Grayscale selection is often seen as a guide for investors building their portfolios. SWE, one of the listed assets, is at a 300% increase by August. Hell yeah. We're also among the reviewed portfolios. Caspa, Aptos, Toncoin. I think all 3 are probably good picks. If I only had to pick 2 out of those 3, I would go Aptos and Toncoin. Nothing against Caspa, but it has kind of hit a wall. Straight up. It has hit a wall. Injective, Rune, Doge. Is the company is also evaluating utility assets like Helium and VeChain. Oh, that's weird. Why is Grayscale looking at VeChain? I don't know. Maybe because they're partnered with the UFC, which is the fastest growing sport in the world. That deal is still on for a couple more years. Maybe because they've recently made a big shift to sustainability with the VBetter DAO, where they're literally like trying to use blockchain to save the world, to incentivize people via free crypto in exchange for you making the right decision, because the sustainability market's projected to be $26 trillion by 2030, according to the Boston Consulting Group. And they also have a hand in RWAs, which is projected to be $16 trillion, which is a shy projection. It says it in the study by the Boston Consulting Group that the RWA projection is conservative, and they're going after sustainability, RWAs, based off Boston Consulting Group projections, both of them put together, foot forward. And if they get 0.02% of this market share and 0.02% of this market share, we're talking about a $70 trillion market cap. You get my point. Man, I am not surprised at all that Grayscale is looking at VeChain. VeChain is going to pop, guys. I'm telling you. And also, of course, Optimism, BitTensor, Helium, Celo. Love to see it. And I like BitTensor. I like Optimism. I've never liked Optimism's tokenomics. I think when I made my hit network price prediction on Optimism, I was too bearish on it at the time. And it did hit the bottom end of that projection. And people were like, oh, it's already at that level. And I'm like, yeah, but I said from here to here was my prediction, and it never got here. So calm down. But I have more optimism now than I thought I ever would. And that's because I understand that although the tokenomic situation is bad, I'm going to be out before it gets really bad. It's going to be similar to the graph. If you don't know the graph tokenomic story, watch my graph price prediction on this channel. All right. I do want to say really fast, we have over 150 people watching on YouTube and 541 people watching on Twitter. Thank you to each and every one of you. That's almost 700 all together. Damn. Y'all rock. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. Appreciate you. Has Bitcoin broke out yet? Not yet. We will talk charts, I promise. Okay, but Oleg, all right. Oleg said Algo/ADA are the biggest disappointments. Okay. Just because projects don't pump when a few breakout projects go, BitTensor and SWI separated themselves from the other altcoins and got up to a level before all the altcoins take off. So if you're going to on the daily compare this to that and this to that, it's going to be really frustrating. But if you look at it as like you zoom out and think, okay, how far are we now from the 2024 high? Where are we projected to get once we break 2024 highs? Where can listen, it's all going to be relative. And just because they're disappointing to you now doesn't mean they're going to be a disappointment at the end. Is it a Mac monitor? Yes, it is. I got a new setup. I think 3 weeks ago. Crypto Knight, good question. Would you continue buying into SWI when it's at its all-time high? That is a very good question. And I'm going to talk about SWI when I get to the charts. And I will answer that question. All right, last two stories. I'll just set the headlines. Coinbase backed Base, just talking about, optimism, hit 6 million daily transactions and leads the layer 2 race. This is why I'm not sleeping on optimism. When I was just talking about, although I hate the tokenomics, you cannot ignore it right now with Base. It is pretty damn impressive. Of course, the Ripple Brad Garlinghouse is very mad at the SEC for ignoring the court ruling. And guys, of course, the SEC appealed. Of course, this is going to suppress XRP because once again, we're having the same conversation. And XRP has an asterisk next to its name. And this is what I'm saying. If you want to have 5% of your bag on XRP, no more than 8% of your bag on XRP. All right. Because XRP has an asterisk next to its name that a lot of projects don't have. Why would you? I've seen rate my portfolio on this channel that have 35% XRP. And I'm like, why? Like, first of all, it's a very large market cap. It moves slowly. It's not at all sexy new coin. It's limited to what it can do as long as it's stuck in this regulatory battle. And I did have a positive conversation with David Schwartz. Like I said, he said something to someone else that I overheard that I'm not even going to say on the channel. I am bullish on XRP for sure. But the asterisk is still next to their name. All right. That asterisk goes away when Trump gets elected. When Trump gets elected, that asterisk goes away. For now, I don't know. I'm also pretty diversified, man. I don't like having like more than like 12% of anything. And guys, really, it's all a scam. It's all a scam. The SEC, all the 3-letter agencies, it's all a scam. You know why? Because U.S. regulators have secured over $19 billion. Let's say that again. U.S. regulators secure over $19 billion in crypto lawsuit settlements in 2024. You got to be shitting me, dude. $19 billion. Do you really think, guys, that this is about protecting investors? Do you really think they did that because they care about you? They really just don't want any investors to get hurt. The SEC is the worst thing that ever happened to investors. More investors have got over by the SEC than they have from FTX. That's my opinion. And $19 billion. Yeah, they totally care. They really care. Guys, the movie The Departed, in the first scene with Jack Nicholson doing the voiceover, it's hit me so many times at different points in my life. And he says, what's the difference between being a cop or a robber? What's the difference? Yeah, what's the difference between being a cop or a robber? If you're facing a loaded gun, what's the difference? What's the difference? Basically saying that we're all just people. We're all just people. All right. And this is a scam. This here is people using law from the 30s to steal $19 billion from our industry. I want to know this time next year, once we're 10 months into the new Trump administration, what this number will be. I wonder. It's scary, man. All right, so let's I got a lot of charts I want to talk about. But first of all, let's start with Bitcoin. Before we get into the charts, guys, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, all the things. Become a member. I really appreciate all your support. It absolutely means the world to me. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you guys. I wouldn't have that sexy black Cybertruck sitting outside if it wasn't for each and every one of you. One day at a time, focus on crypto, learn how to trade, do the things. And also, obviously, guys, join the Telegram group. I do need to make a new graphic, but about 3 weeks ago, this is the graphic I made, and we're killing it. We are killing it in the group. Send me an email, ajalphagroup@gmail.com. Take your trading to the next level. Also, I did have a conversation with CryptoFace yesterday, and we are going to do another video on the channel where him and I put our heads together and talk about crypto. We're going to do that sometime this week. I also have an interview with George from Cryptos R Us, which is pretty cool. I have a video with someone very high up in a crypto company that I'm not going to say yet because we haven't announced the partnership. That's coming your way. And I will also have a handful of normal videos, but then I also have a 4 charts, 4 minutes this week, a portfolio build, the tweet price prediction. There's a lot of content that's happening right now. And also, I am still working on writing the trading course with Gareth Soloway. You guys are not going to want to miss that. All right. I'm not going to look at Moonwell. I'm sorry. I don't even know what it is. Okay. Bitcoin. All right. So here we are. Let's look at the 4 hour first. So we're in the bull flag. All right. We're in the bull flag. And inside the bull flag, we are in an ascending wedge, triangle, wedge. Okay. The walls are closing in. All right. And for Bitcoin to break, for us to have the 10x conversation, all-time highs, whatever, Bitcoin needs to break the bull flag and break previous all-time high. We can talk about the bull run when Bitcoin gets right here, right there. It's not there yet. So we have to investigate on where we are. All right. And where we are is inside this bull flag. And to be fair, Bitcoin has made some, not mean to draw that. Bitcoin has made some serious progress in the past, not even a couple of days here. October 10th, it's the 14th now. In, the past 4 days, Bitcoin's up about 12%, which is absolutely amazing. We almost got the death cross on the 4 hour. It did not death cross. It bounced right off of it. And guys, using this, triangle here, or even if you wanted to draw it like this now, you probably could get away with it, to be honest. Hold on. Why is this not letting me? If you wanted to draw it like this, even, you might be able to do that. Okay. I was going off these 2 touches here, right there. Oh, this touch here, actually. That's the one I was going off of, which is why it has the shape it does. But if you wanted to connect these most recent 2 just to monitor, I don't think it would hurt. But that's where my idea was there. And also, guys, Bitcoin's it's pretty much decision time for Bitcoin right now, because we are talking structure, right? We have Bitcoin since it has started this blue triangle. We've put in, higher highs, higher highs, higher highs. Excuse me, higher lows, higher lows, higher highs, higher highs. All right. So really, what we need to focus on is if Bitcoin is able to break this previous high right here. And we are talking 66.5. 66.517 to be exact. All right. Bitcoin breaks that. We are sitting pretty. Even if Bitcoin breaks this, touches this, and comes back down, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Because it would have continued structure That's what we care about. Did not mean to draw. Sometimes, man, I got to get a trackpad. This mouse is driving me crazy, bro. And also, could Bitcoin, squiggle down a little bit, give some of these gains back? Probably a little bit. But anytime anything moves very sharp like this, I get a little like wonky. You know what I mean? I wouldn't be surprised if Bitcoin like kind of came back here or even came back to like there. Right now I would put Bitcoin in a conditional range between this high, which also completely works with support resistance right here at 64,332 or a previous high at 66.5. All right. 665, 643 without the smaller numbers. That's what I would use as a range for Bitcoin right now. And I would react to the break of either one. That's how I would approach the right here, right now for Bitcoin. What I also want to point out is that finally, guys, this right here, this green line right here, this is the beginning of October. This line is the beginning of October. And I am very glad I threw the caution to the wind. I did at the very beginning of this month, a little over 2 weeks ago, before October started. I was on to all this. I was on to all that. And I am glad. I hope that October ends up overall being a bullish month. But Bitcoin did not make it easy for the first half of the month here. Bitcoin spent a lot of October flopping and groping around. All right. As of right now, Bitcoin is up 3.7% in October. And that's something really to take away. You don't feel like you missed this pump. At the end of the day, Bitcoin's not even 4% in the green in October. You get my point. All right. Yeah, I mean, you could certainly say it looks like a W pattern for sure. Yeah, there's the W. It's only on the 12-minute chart, though. This is really zoomed in. The smaller the time frame, the less stock you give formations like that. But even, bam, 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 bam. Yeah, I see it. But yeah, it is coming really sharp up. And I am going to be a little patient because even like right here, you see this really sharp move right there. And then Bitcoin kind of chilled out and gave it back. This is very similar, how it has a very sharp move. Anytime a chart is like cruising and then it goes, boop, woo, I'm always going to be like, okay, give some of that back and then we'll keep going. That's kind of how I feel about Bitcoin right now. But hey, let's set a big alarm right here at that previous high, 66,500. Big level. So, couple things. Someone asked me earlier in the show, would you buy SWI? Would you buy SWI at all-time highs? All right. And this here is, I believe it's Fibonacci, correct? Yeah, this is Fibonacci for SWI from the beginning to 2024 high. All right. And it has broken 2024 high now. All right. This matters, but it's different now because it has broken all-time highs. Okay. To be fair, from August 5th to now, we're talking 400% in 70 days, top to bottom, 418. This is pretty insane, guys. Pretty insane. All right. And generally, we want to pay attention to, I'll even get rid of the Fibonacci, less important now as it's broken. Oops, forward, boom. Make this a different color. What the hell am I doing? Oh, I know what I'm doing. One sec. All right. So we certainly want to watch SWI's uptrend that it's in. All right. And certainly a type of ascending, broadening. It has been 2-hour chart, been staying above, bullish continuation the whole way down the street. What I will say is, let me get rid of the EMA so I can see my lines a little bit better. I have my glasses on. But yeah, this is pretty close to perfect on this uptrend. We want to be very aware of this uptrend. And if SWI breaks this uptrend, you've got to be able to react to that. All right. And also, we kind of got a little bearish diversions forming up here. but it has just been continuation. Look at the RSIs here. You see how the SWE RSI has stayed up here, stayed up there because it's strong. Just because an RSI gets overheated doesn't mean you should sell. That means it's strong. All right. So the question is, should I buy SWE now? Okay. Long term, a year from now, I think a SWE buy right now is good. If you're looking long term. But guys, when you zoom out and look at the 12 hour chart, all right, we got some pretty heavy bearish divergence on the oscillators. All right, you see how this momentum here was way higher up than here, and the price has gone up. So basically, as the price from this point on the oscillator has gone here, and the oscillator has gone down, bearish divergence. That is a thing. Pretty important. Also, look at what happened last time, which would be this example right here, right there. Okay. And so this level is now probably the most important level on the whole SWE chart, because if SWE wants to, hold this level and stay above it, that's extremely bullish. If SWE gives this level back, we immediately start, drawing the rest of the SRs on where could it bounce again kind of thing. All right. And my answer to your question is, long term, is a SWE buy right now good? Yes. Short term, I don't know about you, but I would want, all right, it's hard for me to say because I bought a SWE down here. Okay. And I bought SWE in here. I have not bought SWE since it got, up there. So I stand from a different place, but what I would say is I would at least want it to get back under $2. You know what I mean? If I'm wrong on this and it just rips, whatever. But anytime you buy into a pump like this, guys, what I'm saying is that SWE came all the way up here since August, and you haven't bought any of it. And now you want to buy it here? That's like not it. Especially when there's so many other coins that are still 124% away from their 2024 high. I think SWE could be a big performer, but man, like you are FOMOing if you buy it now. I will tell you that. You're FOMOing SWE if you buy it now. There are a lot of really good targets. I would at least hope to catch a retest on SWE if you have to be involved and you missed. If you missed all of this and you want to buy it, that's like rookie move in my opinion. Long term, it will probably go up from here for sure. But buying it this second, I would at least wait to try to get under $2, man. All right, I am going to go over a handful of charts because these charts were on 4 charts, 4 minutes last week. And this is Avalanche. All right. Here we kind of got, this setup, kind of setting triangle, right? Measured move would put it up here at 45. It has since then respected the bounds. All right. And at the time we put that video out, it was actually, kind of bouncing off this bottom here. It is up, about 17% from where I made that video. But guys, don't forget with Avalanche here, it is still in this triangle formation. You have to have an alarm set here. You have to have an alarm set here. This price alarm is $30.75. $30.75. Avalanche hits that alarm, it's going to continue because this is the difference. You see how it held support resistance here, and then this is like kind of low, high. I would even go as far to say low, mid, high. Okay. And with the measured move would make a lot of sense because this would actually be about 46% move to $45. And like I said, Avalanche is 124% from its all-time high. And guys, Avalanche has been making a lot of positive gains here lately with their gaming sector. Off the grid, yo, what's popping, bro?
What's popping, baby?
What's up, dude?
I just made a little video out there showing people my new Cybertruck. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like I told him, I said, that SWE's been pumping. It's been doing right. You know what I mean? So, No, I told him I made a big purchase. I had that in the background, and then I showed him my little 6.4 ounce energy drink. These things are cute, aren't they?
I love it. The thing is adorable. It's cute and little.
Oh, what are you doing here? Are you live streaming?
We're talking about Avalanche.
Oh, you live streaming?
Yeah.
Oh, bro.
Yeah, look at this, dude. Ascending triangle.
Oh, I'm not doing my show today.
Why?
Well, we're switching equipment, but also I had a thing at 9 and it wasn't gonna be over till 11, but it does turn out that I am here on time. But it's Columbus Day, so we're taking a day off.
Wow. How
Look
sweet.
at you, 787 people, man. You got some good viewers, bro.
Twitter, 628.
Oh,
YouTube,
man.
about 158.
Oh, man. That's, hey.
You got a dual stream, baby.
You didn't have to show me that, man.
It's okay.
You could have written it out and had me think you're a big deal, man.
It's okay. I mean,
We want to talk about crypto?
so I look at Avalanche here.
AVAX is going to rip here?
Dude, look at this. You got
What about Psy? Psy's going to rip too. Do you call it C?
Psy.
I call it Psy.
Psy.
Yeah.
But AVAX looks good, dude. I mean, it got bull crossed here happening. Measured move from ascending triangle, moving up. I think a big alarm here.
I told people AVAX is going to run.
Now off the grid, Ninja.
They have too much media and marketing hype coming up, and you can see them building up. They do the same thing every time.
Yep.
And that's what they all do pretty much, almost. I don't think Psy does that. You know, Psy, I'm very interested in this Psy. You know what do you know what it core, like what it is, what it's supposed to be?
I've traded it, but I'm not really into the project yet.
Well, right, but I'll tell you why. It's interesting, I think. Now it's no SWE, and it's a little niche, but it's a big niche. It's supposed to specifically be built for DeFi applications. And so supposedly their goal, they want to be the blockchain of traders. It's very interesting. It's a very interesting dynamic to think of, because that's first for me.
Wow.
I haven't heard anybody doing that.
Yeah.
I mean, chain's doing DeFi, but everybody's doing DeFi. But supposedly there's something about Psy that makes it where they can make like more creative dApps. So I think it's pretty fascinating. I'm gonna look into it because it's about to run, and then I'm gonna be famous for calling it again, like I do every time.
There you go.
Sucks, I can't help it. I just know the coins are gonna move because I've been here for 13 years, guys.
I've been here for a long time. Hold on. You know what's funny is that we were talking about this optimism to this avalanche chart. We got this, ascending triangle pattern, measured move, continued. You know what's really funny about here's the avalanche chart here that they see on the screen. And now I'm going to switch to the optimism chart. Interesting. The same setup, the same exact setup. And except this alarm's at 193, bigger measured move, which makes sense because big SR and volume spike over here as well. I think optimism and avalanche are both going to break up and out of these ascending triangles and probably get into 50% pumps. Can't put a time frame on that.
Yeah.
Also, Brett called this breakout.
Right. Yep.
There it is.
Brett and Whiff are my top 2 meme coins of the bull run.
25% since the alarm. This alarm was given to you guys on 4 charts, 4 minutes last week from that little white clip right there. Nice call. Shout out to anybody who caught that one. And then Fetch, FET. It did kind of break down from this line.
That's manipulation, them getting it down there so they can buy it lower, right? What chart is this?
To be fair,
it's a 2-hour chart. I'm sorry, you can't. I would never say anything stupid like that about the 2-hour chart. I thought it was a daily.
Oh, you're good. But to be fair, from this short from the break of that alarm, that was an 11% trade right here, and now it's coming back to this big SR at $1.55. Huh?
When's the token swap,
dude? I'm so confused. I've heard so many different things.
Scammy, to be honest with you.
I still think that this is the one though.
Well, I agree. I do think it is the one. I will tell you that Ben Gertzel knows how to make some money. But he's also boys with Charles, and Charles has not been the best at making the money lately.
Yeah.
But I will say Ben Gertzel was smart enough to move all the stuff off of Cardano. Like he moved off chain. He was supposed to build some stuff on Cardano. He built it somewhere else. He built his own blockchain. Did you know that?
Gertzel?
Yeah, Hypercycle.
Okay. Oh wow,
that's his.
So
it's supposed to be an AI layer 1.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So it's supposed to be built specifically when all the AI needs to have their own blockchain.
Interesting.
So it will probably be a big mover in the next one. I just don't. Well, the AI stuff, guys. Okay, let me tell you something. Do you mind if I talk into your show for a minute?
Yeah, I do want to look at this SCI chart after this.
Absolutely.
Just hold the mic.
Hold the mic, baby. Hold the mic, baby. Thank you. So. I lost my train of thought. What were we talking about? What coin were you talking about?
We're talking about Cardano, Ben Gertzel's AI.
Yeah. Oh, the AI stuff. Yeah. Well, I will tell you what's very fascinating. So I bought a bunch of domain names. I changed the name of my brand.
The BitBoy.
No, that's what people have to call me.
Oh.
We are now BitBoy X. I'm not 100% sure I love the logo I made for you yet. I'm still looking at it, but BitBoy X. X is hot right now. It's a video I made about XAI and all this stuff. X is a really hot letter, guys. Just trust me. There you go. But the point is,
AI.
is that when I went to go buy these domain names on GoDaddy, okay, you know, you go buy the .com. How much do you think a .com is? Like for 1 year, just like 1 year on average. Let's say they give you a deal on
$60, $100, not even.
Bro, like 14 bucks, 12, 14
Yeah,
bucks. You can get it for $9, $10.
Depends on the name though. Some cost more.
Of course.
Yeah.
But when you're looking for one that's just like, you know, like AJ writes cryptobooks.com. Like, you know, you just add an extra word, put a .com on the end. It's like 14 bucks, something like that per year. Maybe it's 20, whatever now. But the point is that then you go to the extensions. Okay. You've got .net, .org. How much do you think those things are to add on usually?
Not much at all.
Like $4 or $5, right. Whatever, you know,
Yeah.
get a combo, get a package. Okay.
Sure.
Now you want some of these other extensions, right? Like let's say you wanted, you know, I got bitboy.club. Hey, me and AJ, we used to kill in the club. Hey.
See?
Oh,
That was
man.
hard, bro.
In Boston? Oh, Miss Judy. Oh, shoot.
Judy.
Sorry. Look. She was just like an old lady that was working there, but
Oh my God.
she was a kindergarten teacher.
Funny, dude.
We made all that up. We never talked to her, of course, but we think she was named Miss Judy and she was a kindergarten teacher.
Definitely Miss Judy.
Yeah. But listen, so the point is that, okay, so you want to buy .club. How much do you think bitboy.club costs?
Not much.
Probably not much, you know. Maybe I don't know. Maybe it's a little more expensive for some reason. Like $19. Oh man, that's weird. Why is it like that? I don't know. But most of them are like $5, $6 to add on. Do you know how much the .ai one is now for 1 year?
Like 300, 500.
Well, just
for
the extension, it's $55 a year.
Oh shit. Because they know it's going to be.
It's always been cheaper.
Yep.
It's always been cheaper. These the side domain names, they've always been cheaper, right? Unless they were really unique or really cool and people were sitting on them, or like, you know, maybe GoDaddy's like, oh, this one's cool, but like just now .ai. I just bought .ai for like $10 for bitboy.ai a couple weeks ago or something. I bought bitboyx.ai. That was $55, and it was crazy. And that tells you right there, that tells you what's coming. It's not just crypto. It's not just crypto is going to move. AI is about to explode. Like this is a time where you could actually be trying to find maybe some companies on the stock market in AI to invest in. And I will tell you, it's anything. I just did a whole video on this. I'm going to put out later.
Okay.
Anything Elon Musk is investing in, or anything he's working on. Anything he's working on. You know what he's about to release? You get this first for the people on my channel. It's a supersonic commercial jet company.
What?
Yeah. I don't know if that, can you look it up? Can you see that's public yet?
Supersonic.
I don't know if you guys know. Mr. X advises all these people.
Oh shit. Sonic.
Jet. Elon Musk.
I'm revealing my.
Oh, we don't know. Oh, yeah.
3 weeks ago. I'm
wow.
revealing my secret.
No, that's a YouTube video. No. It's not public yet. It's not public yet. So he had mentioned it back here in 2022. This isn't public. This is straight from Mr. X, guys. He is building this, and it's going to have the name or the word or the letter, excuse me, X in it. You got SpaceX. Don't forget about SpaceX. You got X. Then you've got XAI that's coming. You have X payments that's coming. You have X jets or whatever we're going to call it. I said we.
It's going to be electric.
What's that? That's 2022. That's old.
Oh, fair.
That's old. So yeah, we're going to be flying around on these things before you know it. Next 5 or 10 years for sure.
That'd be sick.
Yeah. So because it's not for elite. It's a commercial. There's a commercial supersonic jet company he's going to do. So when that one comes out and nobody knows that that's out and it's called X Jets or something, I don't know what it's called. X Jets would be pretty cool though, right?
That would be
X Jets, X Airways. You know. I don't know.
Yeah,
so,
it's there. Yeah. That's crazy, dude.
So you'll see it. It'll come, and it's going to be probably pretty soon. There's also should be some big XRP announcement coming in the next in the next couple months. Not today, but
I talked to David Schwartz at.
Did you?
I did. And
he saw me at my lowest. I met David Schwartz at my very lowest.
I walked up to just say hello, get a picture, whatever, as he was talking to other people.
Yeah.
I overheard something.
Oh, you did?
I'm not going to say it on the channel, but I'll tell you later.
Oh,
And
he is a big fan of mine now after we met, and that's what you're talking about. He told somebody he's a big fan of mine. That really surprised you.
I even put it on the Twitter.
Just kidding, David.
That what I will say
cool.
is that his confidence about the coming years certainly reignited my enthusiasm for XRP.
He may be a time traveler. Look, this is what I'll say about David Schwartz. You know, David Schwartz, I ran into him at the airport in Austin after I got kicked out of karate. After they told me I couldn't go to karate combat. I was devastated. I was so mad that I couldn't see Jay Chain's fight. And I left. I just went to the airport and went home, and Cassie came, and I was there before Cassie, and because I just left. I was like, I just had to go. Sure. And so she ends up coming there, about 30 minutes later or whatever. In that 30 minutes, I run into David Schwartz. My plan, let me tell you what my plan was. My plan was listen to my music and walk around angry in the airport. That was my plan.
And then you said, hey, look, David Schwartz.
Yeah, I said, I want to be angry, but I definitely want to get a barbecue sandwich too. So I'm going to go get a barbecue sandwich. And I look over, and there's David Schwartz. And I look over my shoulder. I'm like, God, he would be sitting in front of some kind of like froofy vegan place, probably. I don't know what he was eating. I can't remember what he was eating though. He said it was good though. but I saw him over there, and I was like, and that's the thing about life. Sometimes it's so interesting is you can be in just like either the best mood and something bad happens, or you be in the worst mood. And it's like, I knew when I saw him there, I immediately knew it was him. Obviously, he was just sitting alone at a table eating. I had to go talk to him. And I was just thinking I was going to go say hello and, whatever. And he talked to me for like 30 minutes. And he told me some stuff about how hard it was when everything happened between Brad and Jeb and him. And there was a big split. He said it was not nearly as ugly as obviously what I've been through. And like, whatever. He said, like, it was a hard time. It was a really hard time for him. And I just got such a sense that he's a really good dude. And he's picked on me online for years and years and years. And when I met him in person, he gave me like some real good advice, because I was at a very low point at that point. I was very upset about what had happened. And it just meant a lot to me that he did that. So I thought it was really cool. So I'm a big fan of David Schwartz forever, for sure. And
he's a G for sure.
Yeah.
Big shot to David Schwartz.
He was telling me some kind of crazy, like, trading volatility algorithmic trading he does and stuff. Yeah, it was wild.
That's cool that people like him still trade.
I know. I know.
They G-Gens forever.
Yeah, well, people like him, they're developers, and they make stuff, like they just want to make stuff that beats the system all the time.
Totally. I did want to talk about this SEI chart before we pieced out today. Mm-hmm. And guys, a lot of charts similar to OP, similar to AVAX. It's not exactly the same ascending triangle formation, but the point is that it's kind of separated from this kind of 2024 early 24 value area to like this area where it was before. And it is I would say that breaking this local high here around 52.1 would kind of represent it getting back to this value area. And the interesting thing about that price point is that it's kind of stuck in the middle of this low volume node. We could get to the next volume around 72, and then another dip up until 87.
Can I show you where it's going to go on the screen?
Yeah, and almost
it's going to go up here.
Up here.
It's going to go all the way to the top of that volume.
I hope so. This is the daily chart, very close to a bull.
The number to watch, according to some things I read. Okay. Like, I wasn't actually doing the chart on this. Sure. But I read that they were saying that if it breaks 60, it's going to $1, period.
Really?
That's what they were saying. They were saying if this thing breaks 60, it is going to go to $1. Now, but I think it's very potential, because you have to go look at what Swede just did.
Yeah, that's what.
Yes,
and also
Swede people are so smart, man. They know what they're. Annie knew that this bull run was going to start, and he pre-ran it with all this big news leading into it.
SEI is 130% from its 24 high.
Yeah. Oh, it's going to crush it. It's going to crush it.
I bought most of my Swede at like 65, 70, between 65 and 75.
Size a top 20 to 30 project easily.
I think so. Easily. I think it's going to be a big one.
It's hard when we say that anymore, because
you connect it to Swede. I
yes.
Feel like they're paired in my mind.
Well, I feel like people say, "Oh, I miss Swede. What's this side? It's a different letter. I love E's."
Yeah, I like S's. I'm a big fan of the S's. Amazing sweetness, dude. Yeah. So we are going to close the show here in the next like 5 minutes, but I do want to say before we close the show, we actually talked about this earlier in the show. We need to do one Crossfire episode about Cardano.
Yes.
Crossfire episode about Cardano.
Oh, and you're gonna take the opinion that it's good?
Yes.
Now, look, I want to be very clear. Like, people are still going to make money.
Oh yeah. Okay.
It's not going to go down this bull. Like, people are still going to get gains. It's still going to go up, 200 or 300% probably, or whatever. It's not going. It's probably going to do what Litecoin did.
What I said on the earlier today, I said, is Cardano going to be a top 5 mover in the bull market this year? No. But is it going to be a right down the middle pick that goes, probably back to relevant levels from before, that's going to put gains on the board?
Right down
yes.
the middle is a great way to say it, because I literally think it's like, is it going to outperform the top 50? I don't think so. Or will it be one of the top 50 movers in the top 100? I don't think so. Will it be one of the top 49 or one of the top 51? Maybe. I don't know. I just think it's right. I think it's right there, like 50-50 on it.
Yeah.
Just like you said. And
that's fair. But I am also just like bullish on Cardano, and I like Charles.
I like Charles too. Don't get me wrong.
What are we disagreeing about then?
No, I think that
we need to argue about something here.
well, the thing is it's like Ethereum. Like, Ethereum's dead. Like Ethereum is not dead because it has institutional adoption, and there's going to be enterprise and DeFi, the big boy stuff on there where they don't need fast transactions. It's going to keep going, and because of the ETFs, like, it's going to remain relevant. It'll fall out of the top 2. I think it will never pass Bitcoin. That's done. That's done.
No flipping.
No flipping. SWI and Solana and XRP are the 3 to watch. I'm not saying one of them will do it. I'm definitely not saying one will flip Ethereum. Okay. I don't think anything's going to flip Ethereum probably in this bull run, but I think Solana and SWI are going to start making it real tight, because the Solana people and SWI people are going to be pulling from the ETH dominance.
What my only thing is, what if the flipping never happens? Is that bad for crypto as a whole?
Well, now that I actually understand reality, and we're not just some fantasy privacy crypto people over here, like, we're part of the financial system, and there's been this wasn't started how you thought it was started, probably, and maybe not for the reasons you thought it was started for, but we're all here now, and we're all making money, and it's cool. Like, this multi-trillion-dollar industry was popped up from Bitcoin and crypto and everything like that. But I think that when you look at the overall scheme of things, like, it doesn't matter. We actually want Bitcoin to stay at the top now. I believe we want Bitcoin to stay at the top now, because Bitcoin serves such a big purpose in this environment. And now that Ethereum's not going to do it, like, do you know how much Solana or SWI would have to rip to, like, even get in the conversation? Like, I talk about SWI like it's already in the top 10. It's not there yet. It's going to be mentioned with these projects. It already is, in a sense. Charles was talking about it, whatever. So I think that the big thing is that Bitcoin needs to stay at the top. It's the behemoth of the space. It gives people security. It's all about making it look normal for people.
Just for reference here, if Solana got to Bitcoin's market cap, it would be worth $2,700 per soul.
I don't think that that's impossible, but I think that it would be impossible for it to catch it when Bitcoin is up more than it is now.
I get what you're saying.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
Okay.
I think it could hit $2,700. I think it's possible. I think 1.3 trillion for Solana in this bull run, because you have to remember, guys, if we I know. Oh. If we get the true, that's why, like, SWI, I've had a hard time. Like, I can't really make an argument that SWI can get to the top 5. SWI will get to the top 10. SWI cannot get to the top 5 in this bull run. I don't think the numbers are just too astounding. I've already worked all this out. Yeah. But I do believe, I think it will have a $30 billion market cap. Okay. Or wait, is 30 the number I said? Yeah. If SWI has a $30 billion market cap, it should be in the top 10, I think, or so.
So I'm not going to get into my SWI price prediction video that's coming out this week too much.
This week.
But I think this is pretty fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Oh, wait.
1085 for 30 billion for SWI. I think that's a fair, maybe a little big. I have to work it out with GonFan stuff, but yeah, I think that would be that. I mean, even dude, to be fair,
I think
it's $2. It's $2 right now, and a lot of people are asking me, should I buy SWI now?
It's hard to say not to right now, and the reason, but still, even though it's hard, I still told my people, I'm going to still tell you to take profits, because I'm not wanting to, but I'm always going to, and I should tell you to do it more. So do it, but don't sell all of it, because the way that SWI has positioned itself here is so fascinating, as it is peaking and hitting an all-time high as the entire market's about to rip. The entire so if Bitcoin is ripping and heading back towards 70 or high 60, getting back where we're in the conversation again, SWI's gonna go down. That's why I think it's
carry it.
See, exactly. That's why it's a Solana this time, because they did all this on purpose. They set it all up on this on purpose. I'm not saying they're doing anything wrong. I'm just saying, look, I know when the market's going to pump every 4 years. So these people, right? These people are even a deeper inside of the industry in some regards than I am, at least with the projects themselves and the people that are the builders, and things like that. So, to me, that's what my advice to my audience has been. Take profits on SWI. Take profits. Also, you need to start dollar cost averaging in right now too. Yeah. You're taking profits and your dollar cost averaging, because that was never going to hurt you with SWI in this bull run dollar cost average.
So to follow up on that, like there are people that say, I never bought SWI. Yeah. Should I buy it now? And for those people, I'm like, wait, it was at 65. It was at 80. It was at $1.40. Right. And now you want to buy it? Look at all the projects that are still 140, 130, 180% from their 2024 highs.
I mean, the ones we're looking at.
Exactly.
To me, you want to ride these AVAX or optimism if you're saying it. I'm not a big fan of optimism myself personally.
I'm not either, but I still think it's going to have a good bull run.
I know Polygon is going to do well. Mr. X told me that. Mr. X said, I said, what about Polygon? Like layer 2? He said, the people got too much money in it. The big people got money in it. It's going to move.
I check.
Dead. So he's like, they do some cool stuff with Polygon, but also it's just going to run in price. Optimism, I'm not as sure on, but we'll see. I mean, it's going to move. Everything's going to move pretty much, but you understand what I mean?
Yeah, base is doing really well. This story, right?
Well, can I just talk about the
I was just showing you that.
Oh well, yeah. Oh, I gotta be quiet about that. But the point is that someone should not necessarily buy it now. You should buy one of these coins that we're saying is ready to rip, because AJ's exactly right. When you're talking about the top side, like what is the top side of SWI right now? Okay, let's say the market just absolutely goes bananas and rips. SWI doubles, it goes to $5. That is very potential. It could happen. What is SI at if SWI doubled? Right.
And that's what I'm saying. Like SCI, for instance, is that just for it to get to its 2024 high, that's 130%. So that's an easier double than SWI's.
Take those profits and then move those into SWI when it's down.
Yeah.
That's the move.
For sure.
That's how you do it. That's why me and AJ are so successful that we have a Cybertruck.
There we go. Hell yeah.
I'm definitely gonna get to drive that, right? You're gonna let me go for a rip one? I promise I'm not gonna get drunk and crash it in somebody's house and get a DUI.
All right, well, let's do it right now. Everybody smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. Have a safe rest of your day. My name's AJ Rice Crypto.
Whoa, I'm the bit boy. Bit boy out.
Get rich or get wrecked. Safe rest of your day. Bye, everybody.